Hi everybody and welcome to back to the channel. My name is Dondi, the Tweedon, and today we're doing a collector spotlight with my bro Omar. What's up, man?
What's happening, broski?
How you been?
Doing good, man. Doing real good. How have you been?
Oh, really good. Well, first of all, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, explain to us why you have this amazing toy room.
Oh gosh, well, my mom and dad sent me from the planet Krypton on the spaceship. No, I've always been into sci-fi fantasy. I've always been a closet nerd for many years. It wasn't until I got home from college that I discovered my mom and dad still had my collection all packed up nice and neat in the attic.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice little water damage there.
Yeah.
You know, I was always one of those weird kids that never took my stuff out the box. I was just the only 7-year-old just staring at it. Took care of it, collected it from my mom's attic, decided to set up shop here, and next thing you know, your favorite bouncing blue beast has a very out of hand addiction to plastic. I'm trying to quit. I can quit anytime I want. I can quit anytime I want.
That plastic crack. That
you know, you gotta more that plastic stuff. Dondi, I got some cheeseburgers, Dondi.
So, with this series, as you know, we talk to fellow collectors and let you get to know, your fellow collector. You want to tell us about any way they can get a hold of you, or do you have any thing like channel that you want to speak of?
The what I refer to as the Mick Foley cheap plug.
Yes.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram under Omar Jetter, or Mike Smith, depending if I lost a gambling debt and I'm running from the mob one day. You can find me under my company, Universal Nerd. YOU, Universal, your universe is all about you. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tweet, Smoke Signal, Abacus.
Well, tell us about Universal Nerd. I mean,
Universal Nerd is literally a geek corporation. It's a way for us to expose a community, to get involved in our community, expose them to anything geek and nerd related. Of course, we learned from the masters, the LAG squad. God, there would be no nerd community in South Carolina without these guys. So thank you. No, thank you for all the inspiration and everything you've done for us over the years, man. None of this would be happening without you guys. We get out in the community. We go to hospitals, churches, schools, small businesses. We put on all of our events are absolutely free. We don't charge for our services. Any way that we can help expose kids to alternatives to drugs and gangs and violence. You show me a kid sitting at home on a Friday night looking through his Pokemon collection and staring at his toy collection. I'll show you a kid that's not out there causing any trouble. And that's always been our mantra, and it's once again very, very similar to yours. The lives you guys have changed and altered and kept off the streets.
And always, about that community. That's what we want to be. It's always about the community, man. Giving something to go do on a Friday night or a Saturday instead of sitting at the house, watching TV.
There's a con happening. There's a meet and greet. There's a cosplaying in the local mall.
Yeah, exactly. A trade, or a meetup where you go and hang out with your fellow nerds. That's what we're always looking for.
Toy stores are having comic shops having big sales. That's what we're all about. It's exposing that nerve, exposing that vein.
So here what we're going to do is, like I always do, is put the spotlight on top of you with that hot-ass light, coming down on top of you. And we're going to do 10 questions, and we're going to see what he's all about.
10 questions! 10!
Alright, so let's get started. The very first question is, what franchise do you primarily collect?
Oh, gosh. We're off to the races, eh? There's laser focus collectors, and then there's what I call the shotgun method. You just click and the bullets just spread. I'm all over the place. I'm a mess.
Yeah.
But if I had to say any one genre was dominant in this room, as well as my office, God, I would absolutely have to say the Marvel Legends. I have to say that. I have to say Marvel Legends predominantly. They run the asylum. The Marvel Legends run the asylum.
If somebody asked me about you and from knowing you, what you primarily collect, I would have said Transformers.
I love Transformers, but as you can see, They're vastly outnumbered. They need a little energon and a lot of luck to beat out all these Marvel Legends in here.
Yeah. You do have a very big collection of Marvel Legends.
Yeah, it's some here, there, the X-Men back there.
It's not just the newer ones either; it's the old school stuff.
Oh yeah, the old Toy Biz era, and and much love to Hasbro for saving that ship, because we all know that Toy Biz was known for their scale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was all over the place.
You talk about giant size X-Men. Well, there's a giant size Wolverine around here somewhere thanks to Toy Biz.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to the second question. How did you get started collecting? What was your first figure?
Oh gosh, John's looking at me right now, and John's my best friend. I know I better get this right, or he's gonna slap me upside the head. My very first figure, when I came of the age of reason that I can remember, is probably my G1 Transformers Hound.
Okay.
That's the first one I remember, as far as back as I can. The old man ain't got the memory like he used to, but as far as back as I remember, Hound was the first toy I remember opening up decades ago. I'm telling myself here, and I enjoyed it. Never took it out the box until recently, just because the box didn't survive the many moves
or the water damage.
The water damage. The attic strikes again. Definitely G1 Hound. That's the first one that lit the spark. If I had to give a cancellation prize, the first one I acquired when I moved to South Carolina for good would have to be, and he's back here somewhere, as if you guys can see where I'm turning my head. Yeah. My Eric Draven Deluxe Crow figure from the McFarlane movie Maniacs, which I believe you had in your store there.
Yep,
What's the name of that store again?
A Bit Epic. Yeah.
Cheap plug. So see what I did there. I spun it around there.
Yeah. And it sold. So
yeah, there we go. See? I'm surprised I didn't buy it. But when I first moved to South Carolina, my very dear friends Chris and Tabby got me the Crow one. So South Carolina to Crow. Overall, G1 Transformers Hound.
Okay. And do you feel that when you started collecting, when you first got that, was that the beginning of the collecting, or have you gotten into it recently a lot more? Was it something that kicked it off?
Well, and I'm not telling your age here, but I think you know that the business has transformed, no pun intended, and transmogrified into, for lack of a better term, we're just going to say something different. Mm-hmm. Back then, there was a certain set. When you got that set, that was it. The 92 wave, you were done, you were complete.
Yes.
They were always available. There was tons of them on the racks at the millions of KB Toy Stores and Toys R Us's. And for you kids that don't know what KB Toy Stores is, just YouTube it, look it up.
Toys R Us, Toys R Us went under.
One of the first of many choke takeouts. And I think the business somehow transformed because it was known as a child's collection thing where the kids just wanted it all. And they saw the 22-minute commercials known as cartoons. Yeah. And we had Prime, we had Ironhide, we had Ratchet, we had certain ones, and we were done.
Yeah.
And now the business knows that adults are collecting, so now they're just pumping out more, and it doesn't end. If I can quote my good friend Dan Larson of Toy Galaxy, it never ends. It doesn't stop now. So your collection is only as mighty as your wallet and the distance you can drive to. Big difference to the way it was when me and Dondi were wee lads, saving up our lawn mowing money to get that He-Man.
So the third question I have for you is, what is your favorite figure in your collection, and why is it your favorite?
Oh, funny you should ask. There's many versions of him, but this one I like the most, and that is my Cat Beast. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a huge X-Men Beast fan. I love all versions of Hank, even the Dark Beast. I'm not the Dark Beast. Y'all leave him alone. You leave Dark Beast alone. So I have a very huge love for Hank McCoy. And when the Astonishing X-Men combo came out, and they kind of made him a mainstay in that group, and the Cat Beats was more kind of out there. This is definitely my all-time favorite
version of the Beast.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you think he's more of a cat? I mean, a cat. He looks better as a cat than the actual, like, almost.
I think it's easier to explain what he is.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like that. Beast went on many transitions and many forms. That's actually why I like him so much. Beast, I feel, I got some personal stake with it. I feel that Beast represents the fact that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You see Hank McCoy, he's a brilliant scientist, one of the leading experts in nanotechnology. He's gentle as a lamb, he's quick, he's witty, he's funny, but I think in outward appearance, you see a monstrous blue furball with claws, and before that, he even had large extremities, his hands, his feet.
Yeah, he was always picked on in school, they said.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was going on with him.
I mean, think about it. If you can't fit in with your fellow mutants, if the mutants are looking at you like, that dude's a freak.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, I can understand the hardships he goes through with that. So, people see me walk in the store and they think I'm a gangbanger or a linebacker.
Oh, yeah, well, they don't know you.
Exactly, like I work for the mafia or something like that, you know. And I think he's a good example of just don't judge a book by its cover.
All right, next question is, we were talking about this a little bit a minute ago. How do you feel collecting has changed? You know, I mean, I know, like you were saying, that things have went from being, you know, all this has been kid stuff to now it's adult collecting. I feel, to me, it feels like McFarlane kicked that off. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. McFarlane kicked it off with a detailed type of figures in a very mature line. Let's face it, those that grew up in the old school image. Which
yeah.
Oh, here we go. I was just about to say that. I love that Dante has a deep love and respect for old school image.
Yeah.
As do I.
Jim Lee is the best.
Oh, damn.
Fight me.
That's right. Fight us. Fight us. You can fight me to get to him. But no, Image really changed the game. They had very mature content. Their characters were darker, broodier. They had issues. They were very conflicted. There wasn't good guys, bad guys. It was literally shades of gray.
Yeah.
And the toys, I believe, were no different. If you take your, and I swear I'm not trying to embarrass these guys. I'm not trying to make fun of them. I love them, but the G1 Transformers, the He-Mans, the G.I. Joes were very. I think the articulation was severely lacking compared to what was awaiting down the pipe.
Oh yeah.
McFarlane had the fingers out extended. You can actually bend fingers. They can turn their waist. The arms have more than one joint going.
And then you would have multiple different versions of the same figure.
Oh yeah, because I mean, you take G1 Optimus Prime. I mean, it is literally. that's how. Which way they go, Prime? They went that way. He couldn't even point. It was. You had to use your imagination a lot more with those toys back then. But McFarlane, I believe, the landscape drastically changed because the figures were a lot more on a it was all about articulation. I think me and you can
agree on that. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. It was all about articulation and then detail. You can see every strand of hair coming out of Spawn's costume when he's burned and damaged. Burned and damaged figures himself. You've never seen characters actually hurt.
Yeah.
Battle damage. I mean, it was. But the old He-Man.
It wasn't made for a kid. It was made for somebody who walked into a comic shop and like, oh my god, I need that figure because I just read that comic.
Yes.
That's what it was for. And now.
It's all about sales.
Yeah. Now it's all about, you know, what they've done. Every single company has figured that out. They're like, oh, we're going to put Wolverine out 500 times with 500 different versions of him. And then it's not going to be available in the stores because you only get so many. Because it's only Walmart who has it, or Walgreens who has it. like
Oh, absolutely.
like the Moon Knight. I mean, I haven't seen that once here in South Carolina, and it's like it's a Walgreens exclusive. So if you miss it, you miss it. Unless you want to go on eBay. A bit epic. That's where you go for eBay to buy the figure. You can find it there, but it's gonna be a lot more costly than going to the store. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, once again, I'm speaking for John on this one as well. I'm from the old school where if you find it out in the wilds, the hunt, you know about the bug hunts.
I agree with that.
You have many videos on YouTube.
For this video, you're watching this now
of your various hunts and actually going out what we call in the wilds. Me and John, our favorite movie of all time is Aliens. So we always refer to it as a bug hunt.
Aaron as
well. Oh yeah, Aaron, absolutely.
Yeah.
Aaron Givens over at Cobain Games. We've always referred to it as a bug hunt. Yeah. We always go and we jump from store to store. It's not fun shopping with us because you ain't gotta win, you just gotta keep up. Because we will walk into a Walmart and if we don't see what we want, we're out of there. Yeah, exactly. I'm not one of those. Well, since we're here,
you have to go through that clearance aisle out though, see if you find something that's.
There's so many places, and I know collectors are in that habit of hiding stuff now.
Yeah, under the shelves. That's the very thing. Have you seen that? There's people are trying to look up under shelves.
Oh God, that is. Yeah. I work in retail, so I know.
Yeah, people are like, oh look, I found this 500-year-old figure that's been under a shelf for 300 years.
If I can quote Alanis Morissette, it should be about the appreciation of collecting and not the competition of it. And I think everybody wants the big collection. Everybody wants to be Scrooge McDuck. Everybody wants the big money thing. And it's kind of gotten into, I'm not going to call any Facebook pages out by name, but there's a few where they're a bit elitist.
Well, that's always any kind of
they got the clout. I can buy 8 of this.
Well, like with I'm not calling out anybody, but there's people out there who
we want to
collect Hot Toys. I'm not a Hot Toy collector. I'm not going to spend $500 for
rent.
Yeah,
that's my rent money.
Yeah, for a figure that has that looks like a doll. It's not an actual action figure in my book. It's a doll.
They knew that they can hit they knew back then, the 80s, the formula was the cartoons led to the child running to the parents saying, hey, can you take me to the store? I want this. The kid gets to the store and says, I need that one, I need that one. You can't have one turtle. You can't have one Ghostbuster. You need them all.
Well,
and now it's the formula.
What's so funny about that is now it's the same thing. Because now we grew up on Saturday morning cartoons, so we have that nostalgia, or how do you say it? You remember back when you're a kid. You're like, man, I wish I had that as a kid. So now they're re-releasing this stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go buy that because I didn't have it as a kid. So it's still that cartoon, that He-Man cartoon, is still driving those sales.
Oh, it's not unlike digging in the Disney vault. They know that they seal something away for decades, and then 30 years later, you see it just for a brief time, and they want that feeding frenzy. They want collectors to be clamoring. They want a Turbo Man scenario. That movie did no good for us as collectors, as adult collectors, because that really exposed the ugly side of collecting. I've seen people try to come in and buy a whole display of the He-Man figures, and then they're already taking pictures and trying to flip it for 4 times the price.
Well, that's because, some people are just, like they call them trolls, and I mean, they know that like say the turtles, the Rockstar turtles. I saw that Rockstar turtle on the shelf, and I was like, well, I don't know if I want it. It's $123, and I'm not going to, I'm not a turtle collector. So I said, I know Kevin is a collector.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me get a hold of him and see if he wants it. Well, he got back to me. He's like, yeah, man, go ahead and get it for me. I'll pay you. I walked back to the store. It was already gone. Quick.
But that's how it should be. Yeah. And you've always been like that when it came to LAG. You know so many people, and you know what everybody's into. Yeah. I'm doing so many name drops and plugs. I love that about Soundwave Comics because Greg, you walked through the door and Greg could have seen you yesterday. He could have seen you 5 years ago.
Yep.
He knows what you're into. Yep. Hey Omar, I got some new Beast stuff. You want to take a look at it? oh hey Bobby, I got this really awesome Immortal Hulk here.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's just like it's the same thing with Ray up in Columbia, Cosmic Ray.
Mhm.
I mean, I was all about that way when I was here, and then I moved to Columbia, and to come out and say Cosmic Ray became my store because he became a friend of mine. He actually was at my wedding, which my comic book guy was at my wedding.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
that's what I like about our community. Yes, there's people who are elitists, like you were saying earlier, but there's also great people like you and like Miss Melissa,
you're just saying that because
and Aaron. There's all I can name list like people left and right, like Tacky Toy Hunter.
It's networking. Hey Dondi, I saw your video looking for Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
And I just happened to see one on the shelf. I was like, hey, let me get on the phone.
Well, that's like today. I sent out Harry. He's trying to build the Smart Hulk, the Marvel Legends Smart Hulk, and I had the 2 heads from the Beta Ray Bill figure, and I was like, hey man, you're looking for that? He said, I'm looking for the heads. I said, okay, I'll mail it to you today. So they went out to him today.
Boom.
So yeah, that's what I like. I mean, I like seeing that community, that helping each other out. I don't like this elitist,
Because you never know. There might be some kid in Milwaukee right now sitting on like 5 Red Guardians.
Yeah.
He's like, geez, what the hell am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
There might be someone in Ohio going, Jesus Christ, I really need that Red Guardian. I can't find him anywhere. Networking, hook each other up.
Well, that's like with the store I have. I'm not out there I'm there to make money, but at the same time, I'm there to help my fellow collector. So when, if I have something that I know somebody's looking for, if I see something that I know that somebody needs, and they come to me and say, hey man, I can't give you full price on this, I'm willing to work with people, but there's some people who aren't. There's some people out there who's like, nah man, I can't help you, you have to pay me a full price. I've seen that ugly side of collecting, but I also don't want to be that way. You get what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I've started this collector spotlight is because I want to put spotlight on people who are doing great things for the community. And you have,
brother, I've learned from the best, man. Before there was Universal Nerd, once again it was an LAG. I can't say that enough. So yeah, I think there's going to be an evolution of sorts, an evolutionary leap with this, just like it is with all things. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
It's just a matter, just stay the course.
Yeah.
Just stay the course.
Especially with what's going on now with this in 2020. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people out there right now, but we have to look out for each other as fellow collectors and help each other out.
And I hope that with this, I'll if you don't already do it, I'll shoot a disclaimer. What I say is purely in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't represent Universal Nerd, doesn't represent LAG. But you got companies right now like NECA, and I name NECA because they've really become a bunch of bastards over the last couple of years. Can I cuss?
Yeah,
I've already cussed.
Thanks.
So they really become a bunch of bastards when it comes to collecting because I've seen the Target Ninja Turtle, the 2 sets, and they're going for like $70, $80 now. I mean, like, are you what $80? Come on, man! Y'all used to run the Toys R Us section, and y'all had Predator and Contra and Nightmare for Elm Street. Y'all had some really cool figures. And nothing was above $24.99. And even a lot of comic shops are trying to stay at that price. But when you got these, like NECA's just WTF. $70, $80, that's where I say it went past the point of it being for kids. They know the cat's out the bag. Adult collectors are out there. We're out there.
Yeah.
And they know it. And they know our wallets can go so deep. So you got somebody staring at a NECA figure right now saying, could eat ramen noodles for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's people, there's different things, different strokes for different folks, So, let's move on to the next one. If you could have any type of collectible, anything that if you had all the money in the world and wanted to buy one thing, what's that? The flag? The flag. Okay, so why?
It is the USS flag is my Moby Dick. It's my great white whale. It's I've seen it. I've heard about it. I've heard the myths about it. I've never put hands on it. And it's a mythical item. It really is. It is. Pictures don't do it justice. You have to see this thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
I thought it was. I'll cut that out. Go ahead.
Oh, no doubt. You really have to see this thing to respect it, to fully grasp what it is. It's just a monster. I mean, it is. There's play sets. There's Castle Grayskull. There's Cat Slayer. Thundercats for you youngins. And then there's this. This is just one big ass battleship. The damn thing is 7 feet long. I think it's like 4 feet tall. And I know people that have it, and I know people that have a great respect for it. I have to draw the line somewhere. I can't keep going the way I'm going. I mean, we all know the end has to be somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I say that the day that I get the USS Flag, I'm done. I'm retired. I'm done collecting. I'm not buying another.
So, I don't just come out and say I don't see any GI Joes really in this room. Not too many. Well, you know, like yeah.
If you ask for a chest on
what I'm saying is, like, are you gonna have specific GI Joes to go to the flag? Because I think they come with some.
Oh god, it came with a captain. I'm quite sure somebody's gonna correct me on
this. Yeah, there'll be comments below.
Well, actually,
19 blah blah blah. I came out with this blah blah blah.
Go screw yourselves. I mean, help a brother out, but don't Ross this. Don't Ross this, okay? The flag, I think it came with the captain of the ship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not for sure. I know it's very hard to find it totally and absolutely complete.
Oh yeah, because the microphone was always the thing that got lost, and I'm at the point I don't care. I'll put it this way: for the amount of money it's going to cost for me to acquire this, if anyone has it complete in the box, don't come to me because I'm gonna open it. Yeah. I am not dropping damn near $10,000 on. I mean, somebody could have just put a ton of bricks in it and sealed it. I gotta open this. For the amount of money people are asking for this, I gotta open it. So if it's loose, it's just gonna save us a lot of trouble. But absolutely, USS Flag, G.I. Joe, you will be mine one day. You will be mine.
So, we can roll into the next question. What is your goals as a collector besides getting the flag? What if you were to say, this is the reason why I started collecting, and this is what my end game is, what would that be?
That is definitely a personal question. I had to kind of check. I had to put myself in check, and you were kind of witness to that for a while as well. When I started collecting. It was really to just relive that childhood, to like that nostalgia.
A lot of people, yeah.
And then as my collection grew, as the fame of the collection grew, I think, and this is me telling myself here, but I mean, if you're gonna be honest with yourself, be honest with yourself. I think between Universal Nerd and the collection, it was getting to almost a larger than life scenario where I was expected to have certain things. Because Omar's the toy, Omar's gonna have that. And I was buying things I don't like. You know how I feel about Iron Man. I hate Iron Man. I absolutely hate him. There's no universe where Iron Man gives orders to Captain America, and then to quote a nice tale, such a world does not exist. And I found myself getting away from buying things that I like to just kind of being almost a Scarface and just buying it all and getting as much as I can. Whoever died with the most toys wins, and that is such a horrible, stupid ass way to collect. And
well, to quote my good friend David Blucher, he says at the end of his videos, buy what you like or you'll get rid of it. And I mean, that's,
absolutely,
that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're buying just
very
to
well
buy,
said.
Yeah. If you're buying just to buy, then you're not happy.
Oh, absolutely not, because it never ends. This will get out of hand quick if you do not curb yourself. You know this business better than anybody. This definitely is a disease.
Well, in a way it is. I mean, because you'll say, oh, damn, I want this whole series. And then you'll be like, man, well, why am I buying it? I have those times when I'm like, why do I even have this stuff? Because it's just sitting on the shelf and not going anywhere, not doing me no good. But at the same time, it makes me happy when I'm sitting in my room or someplace and being able to like look around like, man,
Yeah,
this
you
is really
look at
nice.
this like, wow, I've
Yeah.
really done good here.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, do great, dream up, do great things, but ground yourself.
Yeah.
God, I had to humble myself very much with that. So
Well, it's like me. When I was first starting collecting, I got heavy into collecting. Maybe a couple years ago, I was, like you in the closet. I would sit there and buy some stuff every so often, but then I would never really, step over that line and like, oh, I'm gonna be a collector. Then I just started. When I did say I'm gonna start being a collector, I basically started buying everything. Buying pops, buying all the stuff that even the Legends, the Marvel Legends. I've stopped that because with Legends, Marvel Legends, and you love Marvel Legends. I'll buy certain ones that I really, really like, but I don't buy every single one of them. And I've become more of a retro collector. I buy old stuff that people don't even know about, like Dino Riders and Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And I'll pick up Hulk because that's a lot of things in my collection is Incredible Hulk. But like you're saying, at the time I was buying every single thing, and then it just didn't make me happy. I mean, it takes up space, and you're like, why do I have this? So
and it's because you built a what's the word I'm looking for? You built a legacy for yourself with LAG. So it's to the point where, well, he's a toy dog. Yeah. He's gonna have this. Yeah. There was expectations now. Now you had to meet that status quo. This guy's got it. Yeah. You gotta review it.
You also, and another thing is with the community. It goes back to the community as well. You'll see other people like, oh man, you get that I need it attitude because of the hype. The hype is there for the stuff. Like, oh my God, you can only find this Batman at Walgreens, and everybody's looking for it at the time. You're like, man, maybe I should get it too. And you're like, then you go out and try to find it and get frustrated because you can't.
And you see all these other people that have found it. Yeah. They found 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. And you gotta, God, if there is anything y'all take away from this video, it's accept the fact that you're not always gonna find what you're looking for.
Oh yeah.
You're not. You are not.
Sometimes you're gonna fail at the hunt.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you can find it on eBay, I'm not knocking online shopping. I'm not knocking at all, because God, that saved my pursuit on many an occasion. But don't let it get out of hand to the point where you're buying to keep up with the Joneses next door.
Oh, yeah.
If Joe Blow in Seattle has Omega Supreme, oh, I don't have Omega Supreme. I really need that Omega Supreme. And then that's when the green-eyed
monster shows up. Yeah,
and God, that causes such chaos.
Well, I think a lot of that is, again, going back to drama. I think that's part of the drama right there. That everybody wants what everybody else has. Like, if I came in here and was like one of those 10 people like, oh, Omar has those, I'm gonna have to get them in my collection, or I gotta have my room like this. Oh my God,
Well, like I said, whoever dies with the most toys wins. You heard me joke around about that for years, and there was a time where I was like that. If Omar was a big name in toy collecting, oh gosh, now I got a reputation of Toho. And there's somebody in Seattle, his name is Omar, and he collects. I don't know why I'm picking on Seattle. Great city. I'm just pulling stuff out my ass. Yeah. But it gets out of hand, it gets ugly, the buying gets ugly, everything gets ugly. I've seen marriages go down the drain because of this, because it's either us or the toys. Oh, yeah. It's your family or the toy. Like,
at least me and you have 2 great women who don't care about what we.
Oh, collect. Absolutely, and she has my PAN card. So you got to curb yourself.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to stop this because I think it's getting ready to be full here in a minute.
All right.
And number 10, what advice would you offer to new collectors?
Save one on the shelf for the next guy. Wow. Save one on the shelf for the next guy. Don't be that asshole that buys the entire display. Look out for other people. Yeah. We can't say that enough. That's what this guy has been trying to preach since day one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just save one for the next guy.
Always look out for your fellow collector.
Even do the Saturday Night Live thing. Buy the one for a show and one to display. But see, don't. What the hell you need with 8 Ant-Mans? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, it was great talking to you.
Donnie, it was awesome talking
we'll
to you,
have
brother.
to do a hunt together sometime.
Yeah, long overdue. Long
Yeah.
overdue. Damn the plague.
I appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions for Omar, you can comment below. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, and to keep up with us. And until next time, keep popping those tags, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Great interview, man.